You had a tweet yesterday which I found really interesting. I think you meant it a little bit tongue-in-cheek, but it's still interesting because we're talking about DeepSeek here, and obviously most people are wondering, hey, I thought India was an IT powerhouse and, we had so much startup muscle and we knew how to get things done. Why didn't DeepSeek come out of India? Why has it come out of China? You tweeted a few days ago, $2 million to build a DeepSeek alternative in India. It's now easier than ever. In all seriousness, koi transfer kar do, for the love of God, thank me later. Obviously a part of you was kidding, but a part of you was not, because you are actually an AI founder in India. So tell us what you meant by that, Ananay.
Shiv, thanks for having me, first of all. Second, what I actually meant by that was, I think scarcity does indeed breed innovation. So I really wanted us to build something like this first and not China. And I think we could have built it, absolutely. But I do think that there is a fundamental problem in the VC/startup ecosystem here, because we're just funding the next 7-minute food delivery startup, right? We just want cappuccinos in the next 7 minutes for some reason. But see, what I exactly mean by this is, if you look at DeepSeek's paper, right, you'll see that all their weights are public, what they've done and why it took so less to train all the data is also public, right? They use this thing called auxiliary loss-free load balancing, right?
Yeah.
And essentially what it does is it trains only the 5% of the verified tokens instead of everything, all the 100% tokens, which is essentially what Meta and Google and all these other people do, right? So I think that significantly reduces the computational needs and by extension, the energy needs in order for us to create a model like this. But yeah, that's essentially my thesis. And see, even if people wanted to build something like this in India, they'd be laughed off from the room, right? I don't think people would take them seriously. But since now it's been done, I think it's time for us to catch up real quick.
But what has really angered me deeply, and Priya, I'll come to you, is a video of Sam Altman from a couple of years ago. Everyone remembers this. He was in India for a summit, a media summit, where someone had asked him about what it would take for a group of talented Indian engineers to come up with the next ChatGPT or something that becomes truly global in the world of AI. And he essentially condescendingly said it's completely hopeless. You're never going to be able to match what the United States can do. And look where Sam Altman is right now. He's eating humble pie because of what DeepSeek has done. I'm taking a great deal of vicarious satisfaction from that. But the truth of the matter is DeepSeek isn't Indian. And most people are wondering, when is that time going to come? Is that even possible? Priya, what do you think? What is the answer to that question?
I think first I want to point to that Sam Altman video that you mentioned about. So DeepSeek has clearly captured global attention as a groundbreaking AI model. But having said that, it's also a wake-up call, right? That emerging models can come and will come, right? So it's a powerful reminder that nobody can sit and just be complacent that I am the king of the world. So that sort of a thing. But having said that, India truly is capable, has all the right ingredients, resources, massive data center, ability to collect the data to be that pioneer in the AI model creation.
But you actually run a company that has so much to do with AI. Could you give us a prescription? Priya, I want to know, I want a prescription from the both of you today. If you were given a task saying, listen, I'm going to give you 2 years, I'm going to give you a certain amount of money, all of those things that you've just mentioned, that Ananay mentioned, venture capital, the freedom to meet your targets, whatever it is, what would it take for something like that to happen? What's missing is what I'm trying to find out.
I don't think there's a missing ingredient. I particularly feel that in this quest of innovation, we are sort of leaving behind the data ethics, privacy, and security concerns. I think we can carve a differentiator for ourselves. India could carve a differentiator for ourselves by really implementing data ethics and data privacy and consciously creating the technology which is truly user-centric. I think that could be that missing ingredient that we are all sort of concerned about DeepSeek right now, particularly when some users have also mentioned that there's been stonewalling going on when certain questions, etc. So I think those are the initiatives where we can showcase ourselves that, yes, we've created a transparent model that thrives on user centricity.
You make an amazingly interesting point, and Ananay, I want you to come in on that.